it looked like you guys played a lot of more zone defense, maybe more so in the first couple of games. Do you think that gave Yale any more space than you might have expected?
No, the only reason we're playing zone is we're in foul trouble, really. We didn't play any. We played one possession at Stanford because we were in foul trouble. We played a lot, planned on playing 0 against Sam Houston, and if you remember that game, like, our whole front line was in foul trouble. We had a 5-guard line, I think, at one time in that game, and then tonight we started getting foul trouble again, and we were doing a very poor job stopping them on offense as well. So as a change-up, I thought it really helped us for a while. I think we got 3 stops, maybe 3 out of our first 4, something like that, and then that didn't really last. But we were really just trying to keep it close, 4 or 5 at half, and of course it ended worse. I think we were down 8 at the half, but did we play any zone in the second half? I don't think we did, because we weren't in foul trouble. So really, I'm giving our scouting report to everyone. when we're in zone, we're probably in foul trouble. So and across the country, you're going to see more. If you watch games, you're going to see that a lot of people are zoning, and the reason is because the whistle is blowing more this year than it has, and people will adjust. It just takes a lot of discipline. It's going to take some reps for the players to adjust to the way the officials are calling the game. It'll clean up, I think, but in the meantime, we have to adjust and to keep our best players in the game. If that's what we have to do, then that's what we'll do.
Talk about the scoring stretch that Sterling Brown had in the second half to kind of close the gap.
Yeah, he talked about a big lift for us. Well, a lot of guys. Second half, we played a very good second half. We did a lot of good things the second half. Sterling got very aggressive, just kind of got us on a roll, got us started off. I think it was terrific. He was in foul trouble, if I remember, in the first half, so he was fresh, and he's always, you guys have watched him, he's always a competitor. You can always count on him that even if he doesn't play perfect, he's all about trying to win, and he'll put his will in the game somehow, and he definitely did that for us the second half.
Going into halftime down 8, what did you and your staff talk about with the team at the intermission?
The first one was how poorly we played in most areas. That was the first one, and the second one is it's good for us. It's adversity. We hadn't had it yet. We've just kind of rolled the first 2 games, and college basketball. See, you're going to be in that situation a ton. And so how are we going to handle it? So what we talked about is, for whatever reason, we did not have the bounce in our step. Maybe the trip got us tired, maybe, whatever. And let me say this, Yale played great. They played a great first half. They executed. A lot of times we were guarding them very well, and they still scored. And their guards were great. They're an outstanding team, but still, we knew we could play better than that. The big emphasis at halftime was we gotta pressure more on the defensive end. We made an adjustment to start trapping the ball screens to get us more aggressive. That paid off a lot. Another adjustment, Keith. I got to give Keith an awful lot of credit. Keith guarded Mason the second half and made his life a heck of a lot tougher. Mason's a tremendous guard. Boy, he's impressive. We haven't played a lot of guards last year that impressed me more than him. Makes plays, makes tough shots, makes floaters, makes free throws, makes threes. And Keith wanted that assignment, and his defense in the second half, I thought, was one of the big factors of our able to pull that game out.
Has he wanted those assignments
Yes.
in years past? Or is that
he might have
new?
last year. He had the abbreviated. I think early on, yeah, that's his personality, and you love guys like that. That's just competitive fire. I think he probably wanted as a freshman, but at that time he couldn't guard you or me in street clothes, as a freshman. But he thought he could, and I'll take that any day of the week, And he's gotten better and better and better. He's taken pride in it. Keith watches more film than anyone on our team. You'd be amazed how much he's in that film room and trying to learn and try to get better. And he always is asking, give me that guy, give me that guy. And I love that. What coach wouldn't love that, And everyone thinks of him as an offensive player, but if you want to get there and try to shut somebody down, then you're a great competitor, and that's what he's always begging for it.
Your team goes 1 for 9 behind the line. Was Yale doing anything to create really difficult
No, I
looks,
thought
or just not
we
shooting well today?
We just missed. We missed. And from a coach's standpoint, the best wins. The best wins. I learned this a long time ago. Not from the fan standpoint. Fans want to see it flowing and going and everything's fine, but you win those games when you're shooting it in and everything is going right and the other team's a little off track. You win those games, and you're going to have 10 or 12 or 14 or 15 of those or whatever a year, depending how good you are. But the best ones, the best games are when you are not shooting the ball well and you're a little out of sync and everything's going wrong and you're getting frustrated and now basically you just got to dig down and just win on grit. And I thought, as much as anything else, we won on grit, and those are the best wins. Those are the best wins, at least from my standpoint. I learned that a long time ago, and I don't think I'll change on that. So I love this game. Was it fun? No. Did we play great? No. But the fact that it showed a lot of resilience and find a way. Yale is a very good team. They won the league last year, 3-0 receiving votes, I think, and I could see it out there in about the first 3 minutes. I knew it. In about 3 minutes, I was like, this is a good team. So, did we play our best? No, but finding a way to win, those are the best wins.
You got a comment on Nick's finger?
It just hurts a lot. It hurts a lot. But he's one of the toughest guys I know. And if anyone was if you pick a guy to play through pain, I'd draft him number 1 for that. So I do think, I know it's hurting, but he's just like, he won't use it as an excuse, and he just kind of battles through it. I also want to give a lot of credit to, just in case, not asked, but we rebounded the ball poorly. The numbers don't really show, but it sure felt like it. We weren't physical enough in any stretch, particularly the first half. But even the second half, they got some balls they shouldn't, and I want to give them credit. They chase balls out of their area about as well as anybody we saw all last year. They really go after balls, but still, we need to do better. But Marcus and Jordan in the second half just kind of they put their will in the game. They turned up their game quite a bit, and talking about Keith's defense, but I thought Marcus, Jordan, their defense, their rebounding, their hedging, trapping ball screens, is still getting back on the boards. Physically, they kind of went to work on the offensive end and got us some easy baskets, so got to give them a lot of credit.
In the first couple of games, foul trouble, I guess, limited the amount of time you could play those two together. What do you like about having Marcus and Jordan out there as a pair?
The matchup, if you're the other team, you're looking at two really powerful potential post-up players and offensive rebounders. So you can bring a lot of strength and a lot of presence, big screens, big rebounders, good post-up, and they're skilled. So it's kind of it makes us different when they're in together, and then when Ben is in with one, then we have some other flexibility, because Ben is very good at a lot of different things, and I like it like that. I wouldn't want every big guy to be exactly the same, and so we can get big and powerful, or we can get a little bit smaller, and we can get real small, but we don't have that many numbers, so we don't have a million options, but we do have some, and we have the ability to make some adjustments in the game depending on what we feel like we need. Tonight we felt like we need some power in there, we need to get some rebounds, and they answered that call together.
Anything else? One more.
You spoke about Frazier's confidence on defense. Do you feel like he has the same confidence on offense?
Probably. I think he's probably going to have a breakout shooting game one of these games. But he's a confident player. I don't think he gets down on himself. He made some really good plays. I don't know that he's shooting the ball like he would like, obviously. But I think it's coming. He's a very good shooter, and we encourage him to shoot when he's open. And these are small numbers. These are small numbers. A few games, you can see a guy start out, 2 for 14, and that guy can't shoot. And by the end of the year, this guy's a 38% three-point shooter or whatever. So I don't think his confidence. I don't know. Maybe you asked him. Maybe he said it was. But I'd be surprised knowing him. He also spends a lot of time in the gym, getting extra work, and he shoots a lot of balls. So I think that really is the least of my worry, honestly. I just feel like that'll come around for sure. He's too good a shooter.